Good morning, Kal Kadosh. Bekiim Bahalacha, day 79, page 236. Halacha Kavav. We're going to bring down the minhag. We're going to bring down the different things. Bowing and taking steps in Kaddish. Okay? There is the ruling of Shulchan Aruch. By the way, minhag Morocco was not to bow. Huh? Yeah, the minhag Morocco was not to bow, but there is Shulchan Aruch. And here he's bringing down, obviously, the common custom of Shulchan Aruch. Shulchan Aruch is to bow forward at 5 points reciting Kaddish. They are Yitgadal, Yehesh Merabah, Yitbarach, Berichu, and V'imru Amen at the end of the half Kaddish. Obviously, there are other opinions as well. Looking for 11. There are several opinions among the Rishonim regarding bowing while reciting Kaddish. This issue was dealt with thoroughly in the Kara Ravatz. Shulchan Aruch's ruling is according to Rabbi David and the Kolbo. Okay? Now he says, so again, remember, the Moroccan custom is not to bow at all, but they go left to right and center by Bechayechon u'Yomechon u'Chayechon Bet Yisrael. They do Bechayechon u'Yomechon u'Chayechon Bet Yisrael. Okay? Another custom is for the Chazan to bow for each time he mentions the word Amen. So it's not by Yitgadal, and every time he mentions Amen, boom, he bows. A third custom is to bow at the word Yitgadal, and each time Amen is mentioned. Okay, yet another legitimate custom is not to bow altogether. And again, he says it's legitimate, which that was a Moroccan custom, not to bow altogether. So let's see. 412. The Yad Aaron, right? And he's citing the Chesel Alafim, which is Eliezer Papo, the Peliuetz, Kavachim Falache, Kavachim Sofer, that the Chazan must bow each time he mentions the words Amen. Likewise, also the Neve Shalom Hazan. That was a common custom. These are the instructions of the Yosef Chai, the Ben Ish Chai. So that means this is the Ben Ish Chai. So Ben Ish Chai was Yitgadal and every Amen. Okay, the Ish Matzliach complained that there is no source for the ruling of the Yad Aaron. Moreover, he pointed out that it is unclear whether Yad Aaron meant to replace the instructions of Shulchan Aruch or to add to them. He demonstrated that the Nigidun Tzaveh, right, and the Shara Kavanot give no hint to what Yad Aaron ruled, although the Yad Aaron claimed that it was from Sever Kavanot. The Halacha Brura concurred with the Ish Matzliach and ruled that we should bow only at the 5 points listed in the Shulchan Aruch. Okay, that means only the Shulchan Aruch. Despite this, the fact that several prominent Acharonim cited the Yad Aaron, and they claim that that's a common custom, it cannot be discounted, obviously, because at the end of the day, listen, there is something there. Okay? Bechayechon v'yomechon. Baruch Hashem, listen carefully. Some people have the custom of bowing to the right and left when reciting the words Bechayechon v'yomechon. The Karara Avatz explained that this is a physical gesture to strengthen one's prayer, for that the people present in the synagogue, both to the right, and to the left, will live to see the fulfillment of Yitgadal v'Yitkadash. Everyone understood? Meaning, Bechayechon v'yomechon, you're praying, you're going to the right and to the left of the synagogue to say that in everybody's life they should see Yitgadal v'Yitkadash Shemer Haba. Some people do the left and then the right. Here it says, no, you're right. Here it says both to the right and then to the left. But I've seen to the left and then to the right. Okay, whichever one it is. We're going to see it. The Aliyah does testify that most people bow to the first to the left and then to the right. But there are those who do the right first. But either way is acceptable. So there you go. So it comes out our custom. The truth is, what I remember is like the Aliyah Das. Aliyah Das is really for Tunisians, but that's our minhag as well. What I remember is always to the left and then to the right. Okay? Maybe it comes because of the Shalom, of the Amidah. That you go first to the left and to the right. But by the way, you should know, V'karazel Zevamar is the same thing. By V'karazel Zevamar, I've seen both. I've seen people also do to the left and to the right. And I've seen people do to the right and then to the left. So, you do have, okay, both, whatever, fine. Next, 413. The Gaon Mivilna. The Gaon Mivilna says that one should not bow at all during Kaddish. Okay? Arguing that it's forbidden to bow down. Any more instances listed in the rabbis. The Pekudat Elazar likewise testified that the custom was not to bow at all. Like the opinion of the Gaon Mivilna. You reckon the Shulchan Aruch instructed us to bow? This is because that was a custom in the people of his area. Al-Chabra countered that there is a halachic relation to bow, since that is clear for the Rishonim, right? And he refuted the position of the Pekudat Elazar, and he said that he wanted that we cannot dismiss the opinion of Shulchan Aruch of the Rishonim because of the Gaon Mivilna. Again, it all depends on customs. Our custom, right? Or obviously, you see that the Gaon had the same custom, was not to bow at all. So therefore, we just don't bow. Yeah, again, obviously, if you want to, you can, but this is we're talking about minagim and halachot. Fine. Halacha number 27. Kav Zayin. Halacha number 27. When reciting Kaddish, one should stand at attention with one's legs positioned together as if they were one, just like when reciting Amidah. It is improper for people to begin reciting Kaddish while they are still seated or walking to their places. 414. Okay? Maran the Rishon LeZion ruled that when reciting Kaddish, one should stand with one's legs together in the same manner as one stands while reciting Amidah. So that is the Shita of Rav Ovadia. And in this way, we emulate the angels, who are described as their legs as one straight leg. This is based upon the Gemara. Shulchan Aruch added that it is recommended to stand in that posture while reciting Kiddusha as well. That means basically Shulchan Aruch says that you should do that as Kiddusha. But in Kaddish, it's not go down in Shulchan Aruch. This is Rav Ovadia. Logic dictates that it is recommended also for Kiddusha. It is certainly recommended for Kaddish. This point could be refuted though. When reciting Kiddusha, we are definitely emulating the angels, and therefore we use that to adopt their posture. But it doesn't apply to Kaddish. The Mekor Chaim Batrash, right? He says, likewise, stated that there's no proof to require a person to put the feet together, and added we cannot compare Kaddish to Kiddusha. Pisketchuvot suggested that we must stand with our feet together to recite Kaddish, since we end the Kaddish with Oseh Shalom Imrumav, similar to the Amidah. Although Maran Shalom Tzion recommended that the person who studied Kaddish put his feet together, this does not apply to the people responding to Kaddish. Nonetheless, the Kaveh Yashar states the one should hold his feet together when responding Yeshem Rabbah, since the Kaddish testifies that the blessed Holy One is pleased with the prayers of the people of Israel, and even the Kaveh Yashar only recommended this. So do you realize everything here is like a recommendation? It's not like an obligation. So now what? So first of all, by the way, you should know the minhag of Morocco was not to put their feet together. Okay, the minhag of Morocco was not to put their feet together. I've seen many times that people do Kaddish with the feet open in Morocco. Yeah, but again, you know, it's a recommendation. It's something good, but it's not. Somebody can't say mamash 100% it's a chuvah, but the Shulchan Aruch did not bring it down. And even though the Rishon LeZion Rav Ovadia wanted to do that, but it's not 100% accurate. Yeah. So he comes and he says like this. Yeah. He says like this. Okay. What direction? Yeah. So he says like this. In what direction do you do the Kaddish? Since we compare Kaddish to Amidah regarding the person's posture, it would seem that it's necessary to face the synagogue arc while reciting Kaddish, just as necessary when reciting Amidah. When reciting Kaddish in another location, one should face Yerushalayim. Nevertheless, in the Tivot Amar stated the custom is to recite while facing whatever direction one chooses, whether in the synagogue or elsewhere. Right? Apparently, there's no hard and fast rule regarding this, but it seems best to face the synagogue arc or towards Yerushalayim. Again, I told you this 100 times. But Bahaki, listen carefully. Right? Minhag of Morocco was also to face any direction. I remember all my life when I was a child, growing up, even after Bar Mitzvah, I remember seeing that we used to have the synagogues like this, where the people were facing each other. And the people were saying Kaddish on the first rows of each of them, and they were facing each other. They didn't face the east. Okay? So that's number one. I also remember, I was also with Rabbi Koska's, I don't remember when it was, and they were doing Kaddish, and somebody goes, east is that way. So he went and he told me, he goes, why do they go so crazy about this if it's not written in the Shai? I told you, right. We never had the custom. It's not the custom. Meaning, people go crazy, you have to go to the east. You don't need to. Why? You don't have to go to the So therefore, even to do with that Rabbi Ovadia wanted to say that you have to put your 2 feet together, and even that was not that simple. Because a lot of people say that you don't need to. Yeah? Pick it up, you're making me shift. Right. Yeah? Yeah. Right. Okay. Yeah, there. 415. The last halakha. The proper practice is to take 3 steps back before reciting the final line of Kaddish, which begins with Oseh Shalom. This applies to every Kaddish, and not only the Kaddish, it's Kabal, which is repetition. Again, proper practice. Let's see. The old Yosef Chai, 415 on the bottom, ruled that it is unnecessary to take 3 steps back at the end of an ordinary Kaddish, unless it's Kaddish Kabal. This concurs with the ruling of the Shalmet Tzibur and the Matei Yudah. So that's the Shita of Ben Ish Chai. So Ben Ish Chai, you don't need to always take 3 steps back. But Rishon LeZion pointed out that according to Bet Yosef, says so whenever someone says Kaddish, he's to take 3 steps back, and that is the ruling of the Shulchan Aruch. And this is likewise the ruling of Rabbi David ben Zimra, the Rabbaz. So you have the Rabbaz, Rabbi David ben Zimra, and you have the Shulchan Aruch, not like the Ben Ish Chai. So again, one more time, Ben Ish Chai says you don't need to take 3 steps back for every single Kaddish or Shalom, and according to Bet Yosef, you do. Nevertheless, the Kavach Sofer testified that the common custom follows the Matiyuda.
What about it?
1 second, right? Which is basically the Matiyuda says that you don't need to take the 3 steps back. But Rishon LeZion refuted this assertion, and he cited the Peh Eliyahu by Rav Eliyahu Hamawi of Aleppo. Really, one must take 3 steps back and then at every Kaddish. Matiyuda must have been unaware of the ruling of the Radbaz, which has been ratified by the responsa Kiryat Chana David, Shametzibur, Ruch HaShulchan, Simchat Kohen, Kavachim Falache. Yaskil Avdi apparently ignored all those poskim and ruled that it is unnecessary to take 3 steps back. See more about this in response to Ibn Omer. So it comes out there's a huge machloket. Do you have to take 3 steps back or not? Again, the same thing. Ben Ishchai says that you don't need to, but the others say that according to Bet Yosef, you do need to. So again, you have the machloket. Should you take 3 steps back for every single Kaddish or not? For sure, Kaddish Kabal, yes. The question is every other single Kaddish. Have a wonderful day.